All stories alleged. For gossip and entertainment only. Let's do this.
So, gossipers, Allison Holker, her daughter Weslie, is defending her mom. She came out to defend her mom, and she's saying that Stephen Boss, even though he's her father, he's been in her life since she was 1 or 3, one of those that he never adopted her. Now, we thought she was adopted by Stephen, but no, she was not. So we're going to hear her tell it in her own voice. Listen.
But I just feel like things needs to be addressed, and I'd rather it come from me to defend my family than like anybody else, just because I feel like it's important. I was never adopted. I never had the last name Boss, and I know my siblings do, but I don't.
So you heard her say it right there. She was never adopted by Stephen. The other thing that she made clear was it sounded like she did have a relationship with them, because she calls them, his brother's her uncle, and she calls his mom Connie or Miss Connie. And she said that they made a statement. I don't think it's the grandmother. I think the brothers made a statement that blood is thicker than water. And because she's not his natural daughter or adopted daughter, she said that she thinks they were taking a shot at her, and it was something that really hurts. So let's listen to her tell that.
And my mom's the one making that effort. I don't make the effort, but that's just how I am. I feel disrespected by them, so I'm not going to talk to them. There were points where like the brothers would reach out to me, like my uncles and Connie, they'd be texting me, but I don't talk to them anymore. I feel completely disrespected. They've gone on social media saying that blood's thicker than whatever, and that's a direct dig at me and my mom. And if you don't see me as Steven's daughter, that's cool. That's like, take it how you want. That I know for a fact that's never how he saw it.
If she was told that, well, not told, if she heard that, then of course you're going to feel a certain way. You're going to take it as a personal shot, because anyone who says blood is thicker than water, then they know exactly what they're doing. And I mean, she's 16, she knows what's going on, and that was a hurtful thing for them to say. And you heard her say that Stephen didn't see it that way. So because of what they're going through now, it's like they're saying she's not blood, which of course she's not, but Stephen didn't see it that way. Also, she said that her mom is not keeping the kids from Stephen's side of the family. It's because they live in different states. And when Stephen was alive, they would see the family probably twice a year, like for special occasions, which is not uncommon. I mean, I have my aunts and my aunt and my cousin, they live in New York, and I haven't been to New York in 10 years? The last time I saw them was probably 5 years ago. So yes, they live in different states. So it's not like they're next door where, you could knock on the door, or they're in another county that's 15, 20, even 30 minutes away. They're in another state. So, even that she's defending her mom on. Let's take a listen.
I don't know. Everyone's pushing for this narrative that my mom's not trying, or the kids are being withheld from Steven's family. No. No. I've literally seen them more than when Steven was alive. But when I did see them, when Steven was around, it was cool. We were a family, but it was we lived in different states. We saw each other for big events, birthdays and family reunions, gatherings, stuff like that. And
so the other thing she was saying, which I knew nothing about, is that I guess people were making comments about her hair. Why is it so curly? Because when we were introduced to Weslie through Stephen and her mom, yeah, she had, straight blonde hair, but now it's curly, and people are assuming that she had a perm, that she wanted to, I guess, look more like her siblings who have curly hair. All that stupidness, as if, white people can't have curly hair and things like that. So she even had to address that, which I think is ridiculous. I never once looked at her and go, oh my God, she's perming her hair because she wants curly hair to fit in with her siblings or, anything like that. So, that too was like, really, people? You're going to pick apart a 16-year-old? I think she started doing it when she was probably about 14, 15, because I know it had happened before Twitch died. So for people to still hate on her for her curly hair, her natural curly hair, thinking she did a perm. I mean, and then again, when she says perm, I'm from the islands. When you say you're going to perm your hair, it's actually to make your hair straighter. So to here in the US, they use the word perm for curly hair. It's odd for people who do have natural hair and want to straighten it for, easy handle, that they also call it a perm. But yes, let's listen to what she had to say.
Also, with another thing, just going back, I've gotten a lot of hate comments because this is me just a personal thing, but like, I don't have a perm. I just like, I'm sick and tired. Like, I literally, guys, I'm gonna take it as a compliment, but
so now she's going to talk about friends. Friends and probably family members speaking out against her mom. And she's like, these were people we hang with. These were people who we thought were close. We were friends. And to hear them call her mom a murderer, which I did not know they went that far with it, and that she's money hungry, everything to that extent. Now, she's defending her mom, that her mom is none of these things. So let's take a listen.
So at one point in my life, a lot of these people speaking out, I'd be like, oh, like, that's my uncle, that's my aunt. Now, I don't care. Like, you're weird. Like, I don't speak to any of them anymore. And it's just disappointing, honestly, because for them to be like, oh, one, my mom gets called a murderer. They say that she's money hungry. They say that she needs more fame. My mom doesn't, like, that's not how my mom is. I trust me when I say my mom is good. Like, she doesn't need that. And it's just disappointing because the people that Steven was truly closest to, the people he held in regards to being his best friends, we talk to every week. The holidays just happened. I've seen all the people that I care about and need to see. So if you weren't seen, it's probably because you're, like, in some ways, like, you don't deserve to have us around.
So this right here is a shock. I did not know this. I'm not quite sure how many people knew this, unless you were a Steven Twitch Boss fan, or if he, had a personal page, or just something in that effect, to know his family history, is that his own stepdad committed suicide. I did not know that. So with Grandma Connie, I would like to think she has an idea what her daughter-in-law was going through. And let's hear Weslie tell it and her thoughts.
Steven's stepdad committed suicide. And that's something that stayed with him his entire life. He would talk about how much it impacted him. And I think it was hurtful when he left, because now I'm in the same position that he was in. And my mom and Connie alike, they're widows from suicide. And I just think a little bit of love and grace goes a long way. I know my mom says it, but like...
Yes, gossipers. So Weslie, she did Instagram Live, I think 32 minutes. So those are some clips I just edited for you to hear. But if you want to hear the full, her full video of her discussing the situation with her mom, you can go to her Instagram account. I'll leave it in the description box below. But she also wants to emphasize that her mother had good intention with sharing her and her late husband's story. Now, again, I get she wanted to share, but she went too far as sharing personal stuff in his journal, which she didn't have to. So I think that's what people are upset about. And then because they're in their feelings, they're gonna what's the word? They're gonna accuse you of other stuff because you got them heated because you reveal stuff that the world did not have to know. If you're gonna write a book, write it on yourself. But here she says, now I'm gonna read from MSNBC an article. This is from E News because I didn't want to do the entire video. But she said, this is a paragraph here. My mom never said that Stephen was an addict, she continued. He would be open and vulnerable about smoking weed. Also, my mom isn't calling him a terrible person for smoking weed. But when you have 2 years after somebody committed the S word to sit here and question every interaction you had, every single thing they did, obviously my mom's maybe like I should have paid more attention to him smoking a lot of weed. She also goes on with the NDA. She said, my mom asked for NDAs to be signed when we were seeing Stephen's body because God forbid somebody that went to that took a photo of him and put it on the internet or shared it with somebody else. Weslie shared. That's the type of thing that NDAs are for. It's not so you can never talk about Stephen. So, I'm confused right there because they're making it sound like they were not allowed to go to his funeral, not allowed to see his body in this NDA. But according to Weslie, it was just to go visit his body. They did not want anyone taking pictures. Again, that should be excluded from his brothers and his mom. And it should be excluded his immediate family. His immediate family should be able to go see him if they wanted to take picture of him in his last moment. Yeah, people do that. They should have been able to do that. So if it was not the immediate family, I could get it, but not his mom and brothers and sisters. And she said, she's still nice, she's still kind, she's still forgiving, but you have to know, like, even when Stephen was alive, people that attended our events, they would have to sign NDAs, the teen revealed. But now, just because it's my mom handing the paper, it's different and it's just annoying. So she's saying that when they would have events as a couple, as a family, and anyone wanted to come over, Stephen included with their mom made people sign NDAs because you don't know whom is whom. They can be your friend at 1 minute, then go spread your business at another. So gossipers, tell me your thoughts on this. I would love to get clarity on the funeral. Now, was it an open casket? And like I said, I can understand before the entire church or wherever it was kept saw Stephen, his immediate family, I would think, had the chance to go and see him, visit him before everyone else. So if she's saying that they could not see him while, when he was being prepared or before, that's still not a good look, Allison. This is his family. They're allowed to see him no matter how bad the situation is. And it has to do with trust. So I'm reading kind of, you did not trust his immediate family to go in and see him without an NDA. So I that's what I need clarity on. Was it only for that reason, or just in general, if they didn't sign, they couldn't even attend a funeral? Which that's what people were speculating, which I would like to think with Allison, why would you do that? Why would you give your husband's family an NDA if they wanted to go to the funeral? And again, as I said, if it's immediate family, they should have never been given an NDA, because that shows right there that you don't trust his immediate family. So there might be more going on. As I said with Allison on my part, it's just with the NBA, if it's true, the NBA, the NDA, if it's true that it was for the entire funeral, or if not, still, that was his immediate family. They should be able to see him with anything. And the other thing is to expose that he might have been physically abused, which was written in his personal journal, to put that out. Yeah, that was not a good look. And the third thing is what? There was something else. See, now I can't even remember. But gossipers, tell me your thoughts. Hearing Weslie and her take. This is a 16-year-old girl, a child, that has to be coming out here defending her mom on situations where might have been misconstrued, I would like to say. But as I said with the Allison thing on her end, to reveal his journal, no. The NDA for immediate families is a no. Could have done it for everyone else, but not his mom and his brothers and sisters. That's immediate. And then the fact that her own husband took his life, and Stephen had to live with that only for him to come and do the same thing. So gossipers, tell me your thoughts on this now that we're hearing from Weslie, the 16-year-old daughter. You know, she's with her mom. She's going to stick by her mom. And I think the more things become clearer, I think the more we can probably get off Allison's back a little bit more. Again, she was wrong with the NDA if it's for immediate family. She was wrong with the journal exposing what he wrote, allegedly, because we don't see the journal, what he went through as a child. And yeah, that's about it, gossipers. As I said, if you want to see the full video, just be prepared in the sense that this is a 16-year-old teenage girl. So it's a lot of and I don't know, and you know that kind of verbiage going on in the videos. So as always, gossipers, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening and watching.